And we're back with the best radio show on the planet. You're tuned in to Batman Radio with your great notorious host, the one and only real Batman, Tyrese Sneed. That's right. So again, just to make you mad today, just to ruin your entire day, I just want to remind you of all my accomplishments. That's right, because people have a hard time coping with my success, not only online but offline. That's right. Remember, I'm a very humble guy, but you just can't be humble with these people because they're always running their mouth, right? So if you're going to run your mouth, I feel inclined to run mine, right? It's got to be fair, don't you think? It's only fun if it's fair. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Oh, I know y'all mad. I know y'all mad. Y'all stay mad. Y'all stay angry. Angry. Don't want to twigger their wage. Yeah, like I said, end of the day, this is what it is, man. Like I said, let me get out of this noise so I can talk. Like I said, made millions every year consecutively. Hold on. Made millions every year consecutively. Had bank accounts with over $300,000 in them and the best stocks money can buy. Fired my broker immediately. Did my own investing. Won every which way but sundown. Got set up a million times. Had cases beat themselves. Okay. I've actually had to deal with the stress of looking at real situations going on. Y'all have never been in that position. So what can you tell me? That's the whole point. Hold on. Wow, you're entitled. You're entitled. Yeah, you're entitled. So, yeah, like I said, that's the game that everybody wants to play now because they know I'm a grown man. I'm a whole grown man, 35 years old, bro. Okay. I've seen it all, done it all. I lived my life, beautiful life, and there's a bunch of people jealous of it. Like I said, the game they want to play is to act tough. They want to bring back the old me because I have everything going for me and everything to lose. No matter what, no matter which way you figure it, no matter which way the cookie crumbles, I'm still on top and I'm a boss. And that's what these people are all mad at. Feel me? That's my only thing. I just be wanting to have conversations. Like, if you feel like you had something to say that was real, people wouldn't be against having a conversation. I'm a radio show host. I don't duck nobody. I don't run from nobody. I don't hide from nobody and nothing. Okay. I run the streets. Again, this organization does not play games with anybody or anything, and I make the rules. I'm the boss, right? So people can tell themselves what they want. Like I said, I'm tired of hearing y'all talk about money because money means nothing. I mean, like I said, I've been down here where I was the richest person anywhere, and all anybody did down here was the same thing y'all do now: sit there and hate. That's all they ever did. They weren't happy for me. You understand? I literally got targeted, okay, and had to sit in a cell with literally, I had a misaligned jaw for 2 years, all right, and I won every bout, right? They had to put me back together like Humpty Dumpty because over time, all that stuff is connected with your jaw and your spine and all that. So they had to put me back together like Humpty Dumpty, literally. Barely survived that. I mean, people don't have a clue what I've been through, man. They compared it to being in the worst, you know what, imaginable, just because over time, all that stuff is connected, so it pulls, right? So then they put me back together too fast. So you people don't get I've been through things you couldn't even imagine or fathom. You want to talk about endurance? You want to talk about strength? You want to talk about fortitude? You have no idea. Trust me. None of you. You have no idea what it takes to be me or walk in my shoes. None of you could come close. None of you couldn't. Y'all couldn't last one day in my shoes. None of you. Even on an easy day. Huh. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I let people do their talking, man. It ain't gonna do nothing but help me. And that's why they so phased, because people want to be so quick to talk smack and create a fake aura around you. They try to keep you in that fake aura because they can't deal with the reality of who you really are. They all have an agenda. See, I don't have an agenda. I'm an empath. I'm just pure intentions, purely a good person. I don't have any agenda. You don't like me, I don't care. I'm not here for you to like. Now, if you do, more power to you, cool. I really don't care. I'm too old. I'm getting up there, man. I'm 35. I'm still young. I look younger every day. I age backwards, but I just don't care. Okay? So, like I said, at the end of the day, all these people, they got their priorities backwards. And that's the thing. They're so quick to want to say something negative, and then they wonder why they're in the position that they're in. Again, I'm not saying anything disrespectful to the working class. I've always supported the working class. I am the working class. When I rap, the working class rapper. Literally, that's how I came up. My name used to be I Plead the Fifth, and I promote my CDs, tapes locally, and, try to perform and everything. So, people know nothing about me, man. You know what I mean? And this is how it is everywhere you go. Anywhere you go, at least for me, locally, people start noticing who I am and paying attention. And you're going to get some haters, you're going to get some cowards, and then you're going to get a lot of love and support from all the other people who are actual, real, tangible people who know how to, just live right and do for themselves. Like I said, I shouldn't be this important to so many people. Just one person. Real talk. But somehow I affect everybody's lives without trying, and have such a major impact on every little decision they make, every word they speak, every thought they think, every step you take, every move you make, Tyree, I'll be watching you. That's all the stalkers for you. I can say confidently I've had stalkers for decades. Real stalkers, folks. That's right. They commit felonies across state lines, and I'm taking them to court, and I'm going to put them in prison. Yep. So at the end of the day, I'm the real deal. I'm what all of you aspire to be, right? I'm what any so-called dude, none of them are men, I'm what they would aspire to be, because I'm the only real man who ever existed. I'll say it confidently again. And again, what's all this talk about money? Money doesn't matter, man. Like I said, I've seen more money than your entire world. I got targeted for it. They tried to take half of everything I owned at the time, and they walked away with nothing, and they lost. That's what happens. It's kind of common sense. When you go up against Tyree Sneed, you should know who he is, and you're going to lose. Duh. It's not confusing, right? If you knew anything about me and my history, you would know this, right? Been doing this my entire life, partner. Ain't took a L yet. Like I said, in my own boxing league, I'm 10-0. In the street, I'm 1,000,000-0. Those are actual, factual stats. I say 1,000,000 because I lost count. I don't even know how many it's been. It's been a lot. Like I said, I did bar security for 6 years. It was basically action-packed every night. So I'm not joking. Okay? I ain't took a L yet. So when y'all want to talk that you tough, it's like a rapper pretending they're tough. Batman has no jurisdiction. Batman is the real thing. Batman is not a guy that's sitting here pretending with you all, with you peasants, playing games, online hiding and talking tough. Batman is a guy who literally has proven himself through and through every single time and set examples and made examples out of all of you. Let's get real. And you can check my rap sheet and my history if you don't believe me, homie. Okay? I'm not hearing no fake talk. For nobody. Not doing it. I came too far in this game, and I'm not part of no game. I create the game. Like I said, like that one dude said, I hold the coin. That was a good quote. Like real talk. I make the coin. In other words, I am the money. Feel me? People are funny, man. People are really funny. People will do anything to try to escape the reality that they can't deal with. Yes, drive to your 9 to 5 in your little box. Yep. Yeah, my disdain should not be without question. It shouldn't be in question. It should be pretty clear. Like I said, I'm trying to get people to wake up and escape this matrix. I want people to learn how to get out of the 9 to 5 and how to become independent. Okay? You say what you want. This company pays 1/100 of a cent for like 1,000 views. I've made a living off of it for this entire past year. Okay? Before that, I ran my own food truck, restaurant by myself. Like I told you, I made like over 11 bands, right? I mean, paid for a hotel that was worth over $100 like every night, basically, or every other night, right? Like, people are upset at me because I have options. I have the option to go places and rebuild from scratch and start over. And if I got to where I was at that time, I could approach things a little differently and I'd have it made. But see, that's the thing. I never had that opportunity. I always had these narcs organizing everything against me to not help me, to make sure I failed, and I still succeeded. I just had to keep starting over. And that's okay, man. It's part of life. But I wasn't really starting over because I continue to hustle and attain more, and I was picking up a lot while I was going through it. So that's why I'm in such a good position, and people are jealous because they wish they were in my position. I don't have to work, like I said. I could just be retired if I want. I don't got to do what y'all do. And I got to do, small stuff, get by, do what I need to do for me, but that's about it. So people are upset, right? That's perfectly fine. Like I said, when you look at me, that's the way you should look at me. I'm retired, man. Retired old man. Feel me? Not really, but I'm just kind of joking. I have a sick sense of humor, but it's the way I'd like to look at it. And like I said, I go harder than anybody. Set the world record recently. I keep breaking my own world record. Now I set the world record at 281 pull-ups. They're like mini pull-ups. I call them inertia pull-ups because it's the way you're actually supposed to train. That's why I'm stronger than any man on the planet. Proved it on camera. I set the world record a long time ago, decades ago, got fresh out of jail, curled 90-pound dumbbell right on camera. Completely legit curl. And like I said, narcs will just say anything to avoid reality. That's what made me and built me, because I am reality. I am vengeance. Right? So people can talk, people can say what they want, whatever, but you can't say anything that actually exists. I mean, the question is, can you get a guy to go wherever, to a park, wherever, get on a pull-up bar and do what I'm doing? You can't. 281 of them. That's pretty good, bro. Like I said, I'm almost to 300. Probably will break that record pretty soon around the corner, I'm guessing. Right? I think the other day I did like 260 something again. Right? And it just depends how I feel that day, Like if I wanted to keep pushing myself, I'm sure I could, but I pretty much, it just depends. It depends how I'm feeling. Sometimes I just feel it, but I mean, I've steadily built up my strength. You know what I mean? And like I said, the full extension pull-ups, I do plenty of those. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what anyone could possibly say. Like, if you're not positive and you just don't want to see someone win, the question is, what are you talking to them for or about them? Why have my name in your mouth if you're not going to be fair about the conversation? Repeat, why have my name in your mouth if you're not going to be fair in the conversation or about anything you have to say, right? Remember, I get paid to vlog, blog, podcast, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a vlogger. I'm not a YouTuber. I am a straight up certified G and street gangster. Okay. And it's just so funny because I'm a white boy, right? Half Hispanic, half Mexican, right? And my name doesn't really belong to my culture, Tyree. So people get me misconstrued. You don't know me. So that's why you talk to people. It's another thing y'all are against in this society with all you millennials is talking to people. That's why you talk to people so you get to know people and meet new people. Y'all have some kind of issue with that. These millennials are completely antisocial. All of them, all of you are completely antisocial. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to not talk. It's like with these so-called women. The so-called women will think if you're talking, that means that you care about them or you're trying to get at them. Like, no, it's just called talking and communicating. It's not a big deal. It's kind of something that's actually good for your health that you have to do. You can't just cut off all communication with all of the outside world. It's going to be horrible for your health. That's why I try to talk. Anywhere I'm at, I mean, I got to talk. I got to express myself. That's just healthy for me, right? So, like I said, along the way in this game you call life, I've learned a lot of things. Like I said, I've had bank accounts with over $300,000 in them. It ain't nothing. That's peanuts to me, homie. Peanuts. Never been able to say that word right, but hopefully it's coming up right, so I don't have any problems on my channel anymore. But like I said, it's just the truth. People are petty. Like I said, I sold 50-acre properties for $100,000. It ain't nothing. Been in Vegas with over 60 grand. It ain't nothing. Spent over like 30 something. I think it was like 33 something plus $1,000 on my birthday. Like, you want to talk about money. And I've done this every time. I've come back to square one. Not really square one, but I've come back to I call it my broke hustle, like right now. And then I rebuild and I come back with way more money every time. This is what I do every time, and they still can't learn the formula, and they still can't understand that the only way you will make money in this world is through the universal laws of karma. There is no other way. You understand? If you think that you're going to go to a 9 to 5 and make it, you never will. Okay? Then a lot of you turn to illegal activity. That'll never work. You'll end up in prison, and you'll be broke, and you'll never have anything. Then a lot of you sell your soul, and you go into Freemasonry, which is my enemy and what I'm against and what I'm here to expose, and I already defeated them and every witch's coven, male and female. One man by myself, and literally stood up to them in the street. We got it in and they lost. Everybody, every organization y'all try to paint like is tough down here or anywhere else, I already defeated them, right? Shut down their illegal organizations and operations hands on. Yes, right? I'm a straight gangster. And I talk and I do what I want. I've challenged everybody for decades. Nobody will do anything. Okay? Literally. I mean, I'm talking, these people won't do nothing. You know what I mean? They ain't going to throw rice at a Chinese wedding. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, my word is bond, my word is law. It's absolute insanity that anyone think they could talk to me anyway, but with respect and calmly. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, you got to recognize reality, man. I'm too, you know what? I got it written all over me. That's what people don't get, man. Like, nah, bro, if it's just regular civilians, like we out in public and stuff, and you talking to me, you don't even know what you're getting yourself into. You don't know who I am. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know what I've been through. You have no idea how many people I come up against and outnumbered and won. That's what you don't get. This stuff tattooed under my neck is real. I live by this. I don't accept or tolerate disrespect on any level from anybody. I don't play. Okay. And the fact is, I'm willing to stand up and pay the ultimate price and do whatever for my respect. And that's the way anybody should be. That's the way any man should be. And you're only a man if you're built like that. I'm going to tell you straight up what it is. So the new game is they're all cowards and, it's some chump stuff. I mean, that's what it is, right? So they sit there and they want to use your own aggression, anger, rage, manliness, being an actual man against you, right? And that's what cowards do. They pray for your downfall the whole time because they know you're out there on the front lines. They don't have the heart to do what you do, so they want to pray for your downfall, hope something happens to you, hope you go through something. That's why when I go through something, then people sit there like they have something to say. The things I went through made me who I am. Things I went through didn't break me, they made me. So they're all a compliment. They're all positive. But thank you for showing your cards and telling me how you feel about me. So why would we talk? That's why I don't do chat rooms and all that nonsense no more. because these people want to sit here and do something that makes no sense. You don't talk to the enemy. There ain't nothing to talk about. It's on like Donkey Kong, boy, and y'all gonna stay losing, right? Just like you lose in the street, you lose on the internet, you lose every which way but sundown. The question is, what are you gonna do about that? Because y'all can't do nothing, right? You 100%. I'm a man and I'm aggressive and I don't play these games. People ain't got no right to be talking to me funny style. I've done too much. I've accomplished too much, and that's how you know they'll never be anything. That's all. That's all I really have to say. You got to remember, man, I got all the accolades. What do y'all have? What have y'all done? Right now, I own billions in equity, mansion and estate, over 2,000 in jewelry, my own car lot. I paid every month over $100. My website is worth almost 2 grand for my own marketing ability, and I never really even had to market it. Went worldwide independently with music, what no rap artist or musician has ever done in the world. Sing better than Hank Williams and possibly Elvis. I mean, I'm trying to compete with Michael Jackson musically. My website, when I put it out, is TyreeSneed.com. You can write it down. When I put it out again, you can check it out. My music is the best music this world has ever heard or ever been created. I study music. I know what I'm talking about. It's not even, it's hands down. It's not even close. The stuff you hear on the radio is pollution. That's garbage. That's not music. So again, what are you talking about? See, all I am is just basic reality. That's it. Walking reality and walking karma for delusional folks. Feel me? I don't think it's such a big deal. You know, I don't look at myself like I'm so special. God chose me and told me I was special. You know, it is what it is, man. You know, I don't have the time to think like that. You know, now I do. I understand that I am. You know, but I'm real humble, man. You know, like I said, people want to misconstrue my energy and who I am, though, and I'm not going to play like that. That's all. And I'm also not on a defensive or defending anything. I'm just setting it straight and setting the record straight and setting you straight on reality and the facts. You understand? Like I said, I own mineral rights, oil royalties. Like I said, God gonna give me everything that's rightfully mine. These people stole my inheritance. My aunt, allegedly, Carly Fiorina, I think she buried the money, right? And there's got to be millions in that trust. Millions. And all that is my money. Ain't nothing she could do about it. So I got to take her to court. So I bet you Carly Fiorina is shaking in her space boots right now. Because the minute Christina gets over here and touches down, like I said, we're going to have plenty of money. Number one, I'll never have to worry about money again because that's how God works. God blesses those who are righteous, just like Christina said, and or have good, pure intentions and are good-hearted. He doesn't bless evil, wicked, you know, people like this scum of the earth that are actually calling themselves witches and stuff and doing witchcraft and practicing black magic on me every minute, every day for years and decades and think that's not going to come back to them. Come on, bro. Feel what I'm saying? It's called karma, man. That stuff don't exist in my world. It don't work. I'm too positive. I'm too real, and I love God. When you got God with you, who can be against you? That's the truth. I'm not trying to win anything. That's why God blesses me, because I don't care. You understand? I care about God. I care about love. That's it. I don't care about money and all that stuff y'all care about, man. I've been doing that. I've been running circles around all y'all forever. Like I said, before that, I was making, 10 plus bands a month, like full apartment paid for. That was probably like over 20, 30 bands, like consistently. I don't know what y'all are talking about, bro. Y'all is just silly, man. For people to be trying to talk finances with me, that's just hilarious, man. And they just don't seem to get it. Like I said, I'm just stating the facts that there's no opportunity. There was never any opportunity, especially in the Valley, not for anyone. Y'all's education system is broken in the first place. You don't care about your youth, right? So they end up going to prison for the highest charges because of that. I blame it on the education system. I blame it on the government, like everything, because that's the real enemy and the real truth. And the fact that they dropped the ball and they don't care about you. It's not all their fault. It's not. It's the fault of these people who don't care. That system doesn't care. That system literally just pretends to punish them and enables their behavior and makes them worse and worse. I've watched it firsthand, you know, and it's sad because, you know, people shouldn't be going through this stuff alone. None of us should be going through what we're going through alone. That's why I try to promote unity. I try to help everybody. I don't care who you are, of all creeds, right? And I try to promote unity and bring people together. But I'm going to say what I need to say on here because it needs to be said. When you got people trying to front and live in la land and pretend that they saying or doing anything towards me, like, listen, homie, you don't have any power over me. And I'm going to say this one more time. Just because I walk into a place doesn't mean you own me or you run me. You don't make any rules. You don't ever tell me what to do. And I'll tell any of you to your face. I'm the CEO of major companies. I'm literally the mob, okay? And I happen to be a full-fledged gangster. I do what I want to do. That stuff, that little catty cute stuff that y'all pull, that works with people who ain't real men. It'll never work with me. And people finding out, and then they just look perplexed and surprised and have to walk their coward self away with their tail tucked between their legs. Like, come on, bro. You should have asked about who my father was, bro. He got down the same way. Everybody in the valley was scared of my dad. My dad was huge, number one, just like I'm a big guy. So all this nonsense, just like that, like people see me, I'm thin, and they underestimate and say, well, he's not that big. It ain't about being big. It's about having real strength. Yeah. See, when we train quick muscle fibers. We train for real. We train in different ways that y'all don't have the capacity to even understand or fathom because you don't know anything. Yeah, I don't know anything about strength training or how to get strong. That's why you're all weak as hell. Come on, bro. The stuff that I carry and do, everything, you can never do what I do. I got too much power. I got too much strength in me. Y'all ain't built like this. And I'm 6'2", about 150 something pounds. Usually I'm 165, Tupac weight. I ain't hearing what nobody's saying, man. People can run their mouth. Like I said, where's your accolades and where's the bread? That's all I want to know. Other than that, just be quiet. Feel me? So, like I said, all we do is win and get paid over here, and they get paid for watching me. Easy formula. Like I said, I don't work a 9 to 5. I work for myself, and I'm the boss. The BOSSMAN, the boss man, CEO, homie. Feel me? Do what y'all do.